Hi guys, happy Friday, it's Mrs. Tink. One of the things that we get asked about a lot, in fact Em and I field many emails from you guys asking about the green smoothies. What do I put in them? How do I stand drinking them? Because some of them can look pretty gross. And I got to admit to you, a couple of years ago I was known as a veggie dodger. I was the only person you could ever see that would order a stir fry and manage to eat all of the noodles, all of the meat, and still leave all of the vegetables. And a girlfriend of mine, actually my trainer, Sammy Clark, she introduced me to the green smoothie, and ever since then I've never ever felt better. So I'm just going to quickly take you through how easy they are to make, and I'm also going to take you through some of the interesting supplements that I've been posting on the page, which again we get asked a lot of questions about. So just quickly on the supplements, one of the first things that I take every single morning, and I'm going to look very glamorous after this, is the chlorophyll. So the chlorophyll generally tastes pretty gross, it looks disgusting, but I find that if you put it in a Midori shot glass, you trick yourself and it's like having a cocktail in the morning. So I'm going to go through this one with you now. Now this one's actually spearmint flavour, and it's the Swiss brand, and I've actually found this is the only one that I can tolerate. Really easy to drink, straight down the hatch. Not quite as good as a tequila shot, but I'm guessing a lot better for your body. The good thing too about the chlorophyll is it's really detoxifying, and I got to tell you, when I don't have it, I really can feel it. Okay. One of the things that I also get asked about probably 3 or 4 times a week is apple cider vinegar. How do I take it? How do I stand it? And what's the best, what's the advantages to it? There are so many things that apple cider vinegar is good for. It was great for me when I was breastfeeding. It's been really good for me and my kids when I've been sick. And the truth is, apple cider vinegar is one of those things that when you don't take it, that's when you feel the difference. So for general well-being, it's excellent. Now, the way I take it is not the way I would suggest that you take it. When you first start doing it, you just pour about a tablespoon into a glass. I find warm water is the best way to dilute it. Adding a little bit of honey, some people add a little bit of ginger, and other people also like to put a little bit of lemon. This is my after dinner drink now, and I also start my day with it. I actually free pour, which a lot of you are going to be sick about because this stuff can be quite stingy. And then I just literally add a little bit of warm water and I just dilute that. And to be honest with you, after you've been doing this for a while, you build up quite a tolerance and it's a lot easier to drink. Easy. Alright, smoothie time. Now this smoothie that I'm going to show you is actually one of the very first smoothies that I ever tried. The idea with the green smoothie is that you have 1/3 fruit and 2/3 green, which I've got to tell you, when I first started I found really hard. But there's actually a few tricks of the trade. If you add things like grapefruit, which is not only good for fat burning, it tastes amazing, it actually really can kill the taste of the greens. So if you're just starting and you don't love greens like the way I used to hate them, it really is a great way to disguise that taste. Always add a lemon. I pretty much add a lemon to just about everything that I do. Oh, passion fruit. I've just discovered passion fruits. And these are just amazing to add in. And it just makes it feel like there's summer in your belly, and they really add a beautiful taste. Greens. Okay, so with my greens, I do things a little bit differently. I tend to put everything into a bowl and give it a rinse that way, and I find that's the easiest way to do. So I'm just putting in some chopped up kale. I know when I first started doing green smoothies, the thought of having kale just turned my stomach, but again, it really does add a good flavour, and it's packed full of vitamins. Some spinach, and I also like to do quite a bit of broccoli. Again, something else that turned my stomach, but it's a must have in a smoothie. Sometimes I find during the morning, if I've had a green tea, which is pretty much every morning, if I've got anything left with my green tea, when I'm adding liquid, you can add water, you can add coconut water, which a lot of people like to do, or I actually also add green tea. So I just pour the leftover part of my green tea. Now sometimes with kale you want to blend twice, especially if you like your smoothies nice and smooth. Some people don't though, then you can just do once, but I actually like to have mine up not with a good consistency. Add a bit of ice to a glass, and there is your first ever green smoothie. Alright, so that was our green smoothie. Now this one is the one that a lot of people say, how do you drink that? And I've got to tell you, it took me a while to be able to do this one. This one is called beets and berries, okay? And again, the thought of drinking beetroot really turned my stomach. But the more you drink this one, actually the nicer it becomes and you feel amazing. So I'm just gonna add a lemon, because I add lemon to every smoothie. You'll never ever see me make a smoothie without lemon, because I love it. The other thing I love is grabbing a shopping bag, chucking it in your sink, and it's just so easy to get rid of all the waste. Saves you running back and forward to the bin and dripping fruit juice everywhere. Okay, so for the berries, I always put in strawberries. You can also do blackberries, blueberries, whatever you like, but I'm a fan of strawberries. I also always put in a carrot. And something I've just, might chop that up just a little bit more. Something I've discovered from Coles, which has really saved my world, is the fact that you can actually buy beetroot in these bags now. Now, I never use canned. I was actually buying the fresh beetroot, but to be honest with you, it's a real pain to work with. But this is just too easy. Okay, so I always put 2 beets in mine, just like that. Can't have a smoothie without greens. So I'm just adding some spinach and some broccoli. Everybody's been sick. So something that I actually do add to this smoothie is a little bit of ginger, because it all helps in the crusade against getting the flu. And the gourmet garden ginger is just so easy. Just do a little squirt, in it goes, and then one of my favourite things, coconut water. I actually use a whole one of these, about 330 ml I think it is. Now this smoothie you want to have a lot of ice for. You do not want to drink this one warm, because it is not going to taste that great warm. But with heaps of ice, it's actually really nice. Looks like blood, but tastes yum. So that's pretty much it, guys. I hope that you enjoyed watching those being made. You can't be all good all the time. So as I always say, start the day with a smile, end with a champagne. Have a great weekend, guys.